Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we're going to make a necklace using one of the two of these little, I don't know what these are. These are things that I find on the beach. I found two of them so far that looks like it's just a bunch of shells that have become glued together somehow. So there's this smaller one, and then today I found this bigger one. Look at it. They're very cool. And again, I don't know if they're barnacles. I have no idea what they are, but I thought, what a cool pendant. So I had this one laid out. I've drilled it. It's got a little hole right here. And I was going to use it, but then I found this one today. And I was like, well, that is cool too. But I still think I'm going to use the smaller one today and then use this bigger one later maybe. But oh my gosh, they are so cool. I love them. So I'm going to set him aside. So this guy, I have drilled a hole in. I have a hand drill. Let me show you it. I have a couple different hand drills. So I got this one the other day. This is the screw kind. You just press this up and down and it's supposed to drill. I haven't really used it yet, so I don't know really how to tell you if it works real good or not. But this is my other one. And this one you put here and you twist it. So say I wanted to drill, well, this is too big of a bit to drill on this one, but say, you know, I wanted to drill this one, I would just set it here and twist and twist and twist and twist and twist. And this one, you set it there and you go up and down. I've been wanting to get one of these for a long, long time because it looks so much easier than this one. But like I said, I have not tried it yet for real. So I don't know if it's, you know, I don't know. I'll have to give you a status update later on that situation after I use the thing. But, anyway, I used the twisty one to drill this little hole. And you just have to be very careful. But you can drill holes through them. I coat it first with either polyurethane or nail polish, clear nail polish. And the reason for that is it makes it very sturdy. It helps it not to break as easy. And it just protects it. You know, if it gets wet, or well, not that it would matter, I guess if a seashell gets wet. But I don't know, after you turn it into jewelry, it just seems to me like you kind of want to coat it with something and protect it. But anyway, that is what I did with that. So our encouraging word for today, I just about forgot it. Every day is what you make it. So today, I decided late last night I was going to get up and go to the beach today. And I did, and I have a video showing everything I found. So you guys can check that out if you want to. I'll link it in the description box below. But yeah, every day is what you make it. It really is. All right. So here we go. So what we're going to need, if you want to make something similar, you'll need a shell. You don't have to use this kind of thing. You can use any shell. So like if you have regular clam shells, where are my clam shells? I just had them all out. So let me find a good one and I'll show you what I mean. Hold on. I've got a ton of seashells sitting here right now, but I'm going to have to move. Okay, so here's a cool clamshell. So look at him. He's really cool. But on the inside, look how white and pretty he is. So you could glue a couple of these little pearls or these little beads in here. Or I have these pearls and I hadn't decided. See, you could glue a little pearl in there. I hadn't decided if I wanted to use these pearls or if I want to use this mermaid glass. I think I'm going to go with the mermaid glass because, oh, it's so pretty. I mean, just look at it, you know. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But if you don't have one of these, any kind of shell really, I mean, it doesn't have to be a clam. It doesn't have to be, you could do this with anything. So here's a twisty shell. Say I was like, you know, I really think I want to do something with this twisty shell. First of all, I would try to clean those out. And if I can't get them out, which I probably can if I use like a beading awl or something. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, like here's a twisty shell. So how cool would it be to glue some pearls in your twisty shell? Just a couple things in there or whatever. But anyway, you can use any shell that you've got. And I have been going to the beach so much and getting so many shells that I'm going to put bags of shells on my website. Now, before somebody yells at me and says, you're going to charge somebody for something you picked up for free on the beach, okay, well, it is my time that I'm spending there and my gas to get there. And then, you know, I don't want to charge very much, but I got to charge a little bit of something for them. I can't just give them all away for free because the shipping alone would kill me. So, you know, I wish I was rich, but I'm not. So, I mean, they're going to be like $1 a bag. So it's not like they're going to be very expensive. But I just can't give away to 16,000 people 3 bags of shells. The shipping would just, it would kill me. So yeah, I got to do something. But anyway, they will be up there on my website. Is that a tiny shell that fell out of there? Or is that a rock? That's a rock or something. Anyway, they will be up there on my website. If you watch the video, I'll link the video below of all the things I found, and those things are what will be up there. I don't have whole conch shells or anything like that. All I have is, you know, I've got pieces of shells, I've got cool stuff, I've got clam shells. That's the kind of stuff that's going to be on there, or in the bags, you know, like, look at this. Is this not the coolest thing ever? This little twisty guy. I mean, you know, you glue a little pearl in there, and it's just kind of hanging out secretively in there, or some crystals, or wire wrapping. I mean, there's so much you can do, even though it's just a piece of a shell. So, anyway, check that out if you're interested. There will be some bags of shells on my website. Very, very minimal cost, and, yeah. So, anyway, so I was thinking about the pearls. I don't know if I'm going to put the pearls in, incorporate them in. I wanted to make this just kind of white and silver, the shell and silver, because I wear a lot of black and silver and stuff like that. And so I really want to be able to wear this with just about anything. So I'm going to use a couple of these for sure. Then I've got these little teeny tiny True Twos. These are called True Twos. And they're teeny. Look at them. But they are super sparkly. So I wanted to put some of them in for some sparkle. Then I have some little rondelles too that I might put in here for some sparkle. And then I had some rondelle spacers. So I don't know what all I'm going to use, but I've got all these things out here that we might use. I do have 2 crimp beads and 2 little, these are side fold clamshell connectors. Now, I don't have these kind on my website, but I do have the ones that the chain goes through the bottom and you close them. I do have those on my website if you want them. I've got a lobster here and a bunch of chain. And I like this chain, this small chain, but for some reason it's all in these pieces. They're the exact same length. I don't know why. So I'm going to have to hook it together if I want to use it, but yeah, there it is. I don't know why it's all. I have a eye pin that I'm not sure I'm going to use, but I might. And then you're going to need some jump rings. And of course, your jewelry tools. Okay? So I think that's everything. If not, then we'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, I don't know exactly. I've got the vision in my head. I just don't know exactly how it's going to come out. So here we have our little piece. So what you need to do is whatever shell you want to use, you need to polyurethane it or clear coat it with nail polish. And then you need to drill a tiny hole. Okay? Now, if you have a glue-on bell, you could do that instead. You don't have to coat it with clear nail polish, but I do think it makes it sturdier and kind of preserves it a little bit better. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little guy here. Oh, and you need some E6000 glue as well. I'm sorry, I forgot that, but we are going to be gluing. So, I want to glue one of these mermaid glass beads in here. And I want to glue it to where the shine really shows. So I'm going to be very careful how I set it in the glue. So if I can get the shiny part up here, kind of like that is what I want. So I'm just going to take my toothpick and I'm going to put a little bit of glue. And here's my hole at the top, so I want it to go right about in here. That's going to hang at the bottom right there. So let me get some glue. You can use any glue that you have, like if you have Gem Tack, or I don't even know what all the brands of glue are, Gorilla Glue, whatever you got, but I just have E6000, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay, now I do want to set him in here, and I want to try to get the shiny part really showing. So there, I think that accomplishes it pretty well. It is pretty shiny. So pretty. Now, I did want to put a couple of these little guys in around it. And again, I want the shine to really be, I'm not sure I accomplished it with that one. The shiny part is what I'm trying to get on here, because these have a really shiny part and a not so shiny part. There we go. And then I might try to put one over here on the other side. Like right over here. Don't think I like that. Alright. Let's keep this shiny part showing. Let me grab my glue one more time. And I may put one more right here on the top of these two. Doesn't take much glue, but you do want to get it, you know, you want to get enough in there to make him stick. Why won't this pick up the bead? There we go. It must have had glue on it. Okay. Let me find the shiny part of this bead. Okay, so do I even like that? It is kind of cool. I don't know. I wonder if I should put... These don't really look right in there. I'm sorry, they just don't. You can't really tell what they are. Okay. So maybe I'll just leave it with the bead. Just the one bead. It's kind of pretty. Just don't want there to be glue on it. So let's see what it would look like if I wanted to lay another bead in it. Yeah, so he's not going to fit there, number one. It would be hard to get another one in there. You'd have to put it over here, and that would look weird. Or over here. Anywhere else is going to look odd, I think. You know, to have another bead stuck. So really, I think I might just leave it at this. And I might add some of the little ones in later. I don't know, but let me get the glue off of these. Okay. Okay, so I am going to take a jump ring. And let's see which one I want to use. I want a small... I don't want a huge jump ring. That's pretty good. That's about a little 6mm, 8mm. It's not huge and not tiny. Okay. I may be able to go just a tad smaller with it. Let me see here. No, because it's got... The hole I drilled is kind of down here, so it's probably going to have to be, yeah. That's about as small as I'm going to be able to go with a jump ring. And I'm just going to hang him right on there. So there it is. Now, I debated using Coriana chain on this, but I have used that on so many things lately that I thought, well, it'd be kind of just cool to use some tiger tail. I don't know, did I mention that you need a bead stringing wire? I'm sorry if I didn't. Bead stringing wire, this is a 7-strand, just whatever kind of bead stringing wire you have, really, it doesn't matter. And I think what I'm going to do is take a couple of these small little rondelles here that I've got. These are just some like 4mm half metallic silver rondelles. And I'm going to put one on each side just so that my jump ring will, you know, I don't think these will go through there. I think it'll hang right there. And then I'm going to do a couple of the mermaid beads. This. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty. Let me see about these. I'm not sure I want to use these. It was up in the air Well, they do look pretty. And then I could do a pearl. So I'm just kind of feeling it out here. Those do look really pretty. Those, okay. And then maybe I would like to use these little true twos in here. They're really pretty and sparkly. So I might do one of each of the little true twos. Another mermaid bead. That. A couple of the little 4mm. So there are so many things that you can do with these seashells. And I love making jewelry out of them. I just think they're so beautiful. So, so beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do a little true two here. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I think I may do another pearl. And rondelle. Whoops. And mermaid glass bead on either side. So we'll do pearl, rondelle, and mermaid glass bead. Yeah, this is looking really pretty. I like it. Let's do the 4mm. A little true two on each side. Really pretty. Another 4mm on each side. Oops. Okay. And then I think I'll do another pearl on each side. I'm kind of wanting to string this, you know, I want to use quite a bit of beads on this before I get to the chain. Rondelle on each side. And then a mermaid bead. Yeah, this is really looking good. I like it. Oops. I really need to make a silver and black tassel. So the last several weeks, every time that we've gone to church, I've needed a silver and black tassel. And I don't have any. Or none that I like. Put it that way. So I really need to do that. And then I'm just going to do true two, true two. Do I have any more? I have two more of these little 4mm. I kind of, in a way, like to make a pair of earrings to go with this, but I'm not sure what shells I would use that really would match this. I guess I could use just small. So I may save these two out in case I do a pair of earrings. Yeah, probably should. Oh, here's one more. Do I have one more? If I had one more, that would be really good. Doesn't look like I do. Story of my life. Okay, and then I guess I'll do another mermaid bead here. Mermaid glass. These are so pretty. These mermaid glass beads are just beautiful. And then a couple of true twos. So I'll probably do maybe 2 or 3 of them here. Let's do 2 on each side. 3 on each side. They're so pretty. Sparkly. Alright, so 3 there, and I'll do 3 on the other side. 1, 2, come on now. 2. that's pretty good. Just one more of those 4mm would have been good. Oh, I do have one more up here. Okay, there we go. I found one. So let's take these 2 off of each side, because I'd really like to use another one of these on each side. So let's go ahead and do that. There was one laying up there hidden. Okay, so that, then another mermaid glass bead on each one. Yeah, that allows me to put a couple more. That's good. It's allowing me to use a couple more beads than I wanted to. Okay, and then 3 of these little guys. So 1, 2, 3, and 3 on the other side. 1, 2, and 3. All right. So here's what we got. Now, I'm going to put a bead bug on, because if I don't, when I crimp this, I'll lose every bit of those beads off the one side. I know I will. It never fails. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to put a bead bug on here. I don't know who invented these things, but let me just say, they were a smart person. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to crimp. So I'm just going to take my... Now, when you crimp with these little clamshell connectors, it's not like you're crimping normal, okay? You're not crimping to fold the wire over and get each little wire in its channel. All you're doing this crimp for is to hold these clamshells on. So this is how I do it. So if you have the one that loads from the bottom, you're going to put this wire through the bottom and then put your crimp bead on, okay? But these are the side ones. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to put my crimp bead up here a little bit from the end. I'm going to leave a little sticking out. And I'm just mashing him down really good, okay? And he should be on there super tight. I mean, if you've ever tried to remove a crimp bead, you accidentally crimp down, you'll know it's not easy. And then I'm going to take my E6000, okay? And I'm just going to coat this little crimp bead with it. You don't have to do this step. This is entirely optional. But I like to do it sometimes, especially if I already have the E6000 out, just because I think it's just, I don't know, extra security. Alright, so then I'm going to take this little guy, and he loads from the side. And I'm just putting the crimp bead in there. And then I'm just going to close it. Okay? And close it up good. And when that glue dries in there, he ain't going anywhere. Okay? It's a very secure little connection. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now here's a tip. I like to let gravity do the work. So I pull this up a little. I don't like these to be poker straight. If you pull it, you know, push it, it's going to be stick straight and not bend very well, not have any movement. But you also don't want loose wire in here showing. So I just kind of let gravity do the work. I pull it. I'm going to go ahead and put this crimp on. And I just let it slide down to about right there. Okay, I may move it up just a little to be able to get my clamshell on, and then I crimp it down. And that's what I do. Let me get my cutters. And then I'm just going to trim it off a little bit above that crimp bead. Again, I'm going to put a little glue. And again, glue's entirely optional. It's just the way that I like to do it. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel secure. Alright. I really should have scooted him up just a tad more, but to have enough room, that's okay. Alright, so then I'm going to take my little clam shell connector, slide him right over the crimp bead. Make sure he is down over the crimp bead. I've got my, and he's not. See, I've got my beads in the way. There we go. Hopefully that got it. Close it up, pull on it. Shouldn't come off. Should be connected. Okay, so there that is. Here is our little piece. Now, I've got this chain. You know, I think Landon did this. I think he'd sat down one day. I don't know why the boy does these things, but this has been years ago. But he sat down one day and hooked all of my jump rings together, like, ridiculously. And I still, to this day, am taking jump rings apart that he hooked together, like, I don't know, 8 years ago. And I think he did this too. I think he just decided to cut all my chain into pieces at one point. Yeah, he's something. All right, let me measure this. So this type of a necklace, I'm going to want to be about 21 inches long. That's kind of how I like mine. You have to measure yourself. So this is about 8.5 inches. So let's see, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. So I need about 12.5 inches of chain total. So about 6 inches per side, right? Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to measure this. It is right at 6 inches. Thank you, Landon. Good boy. He did it just right. So if I add my 6 inches of chain on each side, let me grab a couple of small jump rings for this. These are on my website too, guys. These teeny tiny little jump rings. I love them. I think the ones on my website are 4mm, but these are 3. But still, I love them. They're tiny and they just aren't real obnoxious. Okay, so I'm going to hook this right into my clamshell. And right here onto the chain. Just like that. And I like to err on the side. Are those my cutters? Yes, they are. What the heck? That would be really not good. Okay. I like to err on the side of shorter rather than longer and use an extender chain, because then you can adjust it. So I'm going to, I'll measure this again once I get these 2 chains on and see how many inches it measures out to. But I'm definitely going to put an extender on it just so I can adjust it according to what I'm wearing. Because, you know, if you've got a V-neck on, might be a little longer. Come on now, get on this little piece of chain. This shouldn't be this hard. There we go. Yeah, if you've got a V-neck on, it might be a little long. You might want to wear it a little longer. So, you know, make sure your jump rings are closed up really good too, because these are tiny little connections and they will come out if they're not. Okay, let's measure this and see the length of it. So right now, I have got 12. Let's see what we got. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Perfect. 21 inches. Okay. But like I said, I'm going to put an extender on. So this is going to be too small of chain to use for an extender. Let me grab some out. I'm sorry, and I neglected to do that. Okay, so here's a piece so you can see it's a little bit bigger, so my lobster will clasp in it. That's what's important. So I'm going to just hook it on with a jump ring, one of these tiny ones. And then I'm going to hook my lobster on, but I'm going to use a bigger jump ring for that because the little tiny one is really tiny. I'll find a little bit bigger one for the lobster clasp. A little bit thicker, bigger and thicker. Yep, here's one. Okay. So I'm going to put my lobster on one side using this jump ring. Just like this. Okay, make sure you have your jump ring closed up really good, and then this jump ring, you know what? No, I need a bigger jump ring. I can't do that. What am I thinking? Let me grab a bigger one. You've got to have a bigger one for your lobster to hook onto than the extender to go on. What I was thinking. Here we go. So here's like a little 8mm. This will work for this. Okay, so let's put this right on here. Surely this will go through that link. Watch it not. It looks like it will. It's not going to make it easy though. Alright, that doesn't want to work, so we're going to do this. We're going to take our little jump ring. We're going to hook it on the end of this chain. Close it up. It has a bigger hole or opening. Then we will take this guy, put him on that one, and hook the extender on to him. Now, I don't want the extender to be this long, so I'm probably just going to make it about half of this. Now I need my cutter. Yeah, about like this. And I probably will put a little bead on the end. So, let's see here. Let me grab a head pin. A ball head pin always works really good for these little dangles. I'm about out of silver ball head pins, though. I need to order some. I've been using them like crazy. Here's one. These work really good for these little dangles. So, I think I'll just do like a true tube. No, I've got a ball on the end of that. I don't need a true tube. I'm just going to do this. Still want to do, I want to do a pearl. A pearl would be cute, wouldn't it? I want to save the 4mm for the earrings, if I do earrings. Okay, so let's do a pearl. This little rhinestone rondelle, and this little guy here. Yeah, that's cute. Then we'll bend this 90 degrees. We're going to make a wrapped loop. Where's my round nose pliers? Okay, wrapped loop. Come up and over. Rotate these up, so then you come around and you've got your little loop. And I'm just going to take it and wrap like this. And what I should have done was put this on before I wrapped, but I did not. So we're going to have to use a jump ring to put him on, which is fine. Get one of my little ones again. And not that I ever put my hair up and you would see this little dangle, but I just like knowing it's there. A little extra touch, but yeah, nobody will ever see it. Okay, but here it is anyway. It's cute. Alright, and then here's my necklace. So I would clasp it right here, but if I wanted the little extra length, I could definitely have a little extender there. Now let's look at this guy. So is he shiny enough? I think I got some glue on him, but yeah, I think he's pretty shiny. And I don't know that adding any of these, I kind of would like to, but I don't know. I have trouble getting them to really look right in there. And I think I'm just going to leave it just like it is and not worry about that. Even though I kind of wanted a little extra sparkle, but still, it's very pretty. So this is my necklace. What do y'all think? I think it turned out really cool. And this is just an example of how you can use really cool seashells in jewelry. So this is just a piece of a shell or a piece of something. It's not like a full, you don't have to have a full shell. You can use pieces and just make some really pretty stuff. So I'm going to do a pair of earrings to go with this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for that one. And I will see you soon. Bye.